Okay, this is the preparation test. It's going to be every Wednesday we have 16, and today is the repeating lesson. And for the IQ, Thursday 16 and Saturday 11 o'clock. After this one, Mr. Erkan is going to explain you for the 2022 IQ questions. We are going to solve only math and IQ questions. In the exam, there are 3 different types. There are totally 6 questions. 15, I can write here, 15 IQ questions. There are 15 IQ questions, 15 IQ questions, 25 math, and 20 general knowledge. General knowledge, I think they are calling like Opschlagkultur, general knowledge. Okay, general knowledge questions, it's going to be totally 60 questions it's going to be. So we are going to explain IQ and math. We are going to solve questions about that one. How you can, this is the year of the, which year? This is the last year's questions. It is written 2022, 2023, but you are candidate for the 2023 and 24. So next year we are going to start school, and next educational year 23-24 it's going to be. This is the test for the 2022 and 23. Don't misunderstand. Now we are not solving the questions of the next year. That you are going to solve this year. And here this is our website, and here also there is free course for scholarship exam, and this is also our advertisement you can reach. Here is our website, and you can, when you type ykc.edu.mk, you are going to get this page, and you are going to get this button here, education. From education, if you select scholarship, you are going to get to this page, the next one. You are going to come to this page. And here there are the, when you scroll down, you are going to see from 2009 it starts till 2021, you have all of them. Only we don't have 2022 here. And I'm going to solve these 2022 questions to you. And I'm going to share the PDF file with you. I'm going to put this one to YouTube also. Whenever you want, you can download and you can start. So after this explanation, let me start quickly to our solutions. Here I try to put also here the which rules we are going to use. This is operation order. These are the first 2 questions from the 2022 and 2023 exam, the first page that I showed to you last year that we solved also. So operation order, the parentheses firstly comes, then exponent notations, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. As you see, multiplication, division, they are in same color because they have same priority, and addition, subtraction, they have same priority. That's why in the operation, if there is parentheses, firstly we should get rid of the parentheses problem. 2.8 in parentheses, actually it is equal to 2.8 again. And this minus sign and this minus sign, when you multiply minus and minus we have here, this is going to be minus and minus sign, it's going to be plus. And then it's going to be equal to 14.8 divided by 2, it's going to be. And you can directly divide minus 14.8 by 2, but that doesn't make difference because here, firstly, you can change the sign, then you will divide. There is no problem about that order. Okay, so here we got new equation 2.8 plus 14.8 over 2. 2.8, we are going to write it again, and 14 plus 14.2 and 14.8 divided by 2, it's going to be equal to 7.4. So 2.8 plus 7.4, it's going to be equal to 10.2, which is here answer C, it's going to be. Okay, the next question, again, operation order question. Which operations first it's going to be? Of course, as I said, parentheses, it should be. We have double bracket here and inner parenthesis. So firstly, we should start from the inner parenthesis, but addition and subtraction cases also we can solve, which means some of these two, actually 2022 minus 2022, it's going to be equal to 0. So I can get rid of this one. And minus 2022 divided by 2, it's going to be equal to 1011, and plus 2022 minus 22 divided by 2, it's going to be equal to 11. So with respect to here, with respect to solutions, I mean, with respect to this part of the, okay, and minus 11 plus 2022 divided by 2. So I'm going to do this part, minus 11, I'm going to keep it same. 2022 divided by 2, it's going to be equal to, again, 1011. Okay, what is the point here? Inside the parenthesis, we have 0, minus 1011, and plus 2022, and minus 11. So minus 1011 and minus 1011 and minus 11, it makes 2022, 2000, or directly let me add minus 1011 plus 2022, it's going to be 1011. 1011 minus 11, it's going to be here. This is the parenthesis part. This part covered now. Minus 11 plus 1011, it's going to be equal to plus 1000. So it's obvious that here the same also 1000, it's going to come. 1000 plus 1000, it's going to be equal to 2000, and the answer is going to be C. Okay, the next question here, it is related with the exponents, but since the numbers are easy numbers, we can use also directly the results of them. I mean, we can calculate what is 2 to the power of 5. So, you know, the powers, when you say 2 to the power of 5, you are multiplying the number by itself 5 times, which is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 in this case, which is equal to 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, it's equal to, here it's going to be equal to 32. 32. And what about 4 to the power of 3, which is equal to 4 times 4 times 4? That's equal to 4 times 4, 16 times 4, 64, it's going to be. So here I'm going to write, it's going to be equal to 32 plus 32 over 64, which is 64 over 64, and that's equal to 1. But unfortunately, none of the answer is 1, which means here the answers, it is given in terms of 2. How to find that one? Here, 2 to the power of minus 1, we know that when the power is negative, a to the power of minus n is equal to 1 over a to the power of n, which is equal to, for this question, 2 to the power of minus 1 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of 1, which is equal to 1 over 2. So this is not the answer. And the second one that we need to know, 2 to the power of 0, it's written 2 to the power of 0, or a to the power of 0. Firstly, let me remind you about that one. A to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So 2 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Actually, this is the answer. Since 2 to the power of 0 is equal to 1, and we got the answer 1, the answer is going to be B. Okay, this is basic question about the fractions and decimals. If we have the decimals at fractions, firstly, we get rid of the decimal units. So here, to get rid of the decimal unit like 0.03, if you want to get rid of this one here, let me change the color for the solution to separate from the previous one here. So when you want to get rid of the from 0.03, this decimal, you are going to multiply like 100, because when you multiply by 100, you are going to move 2 units right. So why 100? Because there are 2 decimal units. That's why after 1, you are adding 2 0. So when I check here, you should multiply by 10, this one by 100, 100, 100. So the greatest one, 100. That's why when you multiply numerator by 100, denominator by 100, also you should multiply the numerator by 100 keep the equation same, fraction same. So by what you are multiplying denominator, you should multiply the numerator by same number. So you have to multiply by 100 to denominator. You are going to multiply by 100. Here, again, you have to multiply the denominator by 100. So numerator. And you have to multiply by 100. So numerator. With respect to that one, 0.9 times 100 is going to be equal to 90. 0.03 times 100 is going to be equal to 3. Actually, we were looking for this one. Minus 100 over 100 times 0.1, it's going to be equal to 10. And over 2 minus, this is 0.12 times 100, which is equal to 12. And 0.04 times 100, it's going to be equal to 4. By the way, I add on the left side our your chat part. So if there is a mistake about question, you can text me or you can directly immediately tell me. You can open your microphone and you can tell me if there is a mistake here. 90 over 3, it's equal to 30. It's going to be minus 10 over 2, it's going to be equal to minus 5. And minus 12 over 4, it's going to be equal to minus 3. 30 minus 5, it's equal to 25. 25 minus 3, it's going to be equal to 22. So the answer is going to be A. Okay, the next question. Here, this question, a kind of substitution question. There are the variables y is equal to 2, a is equal to minus 8, and h is equal to 4. Then you are going to substitute here with this equation. Actually, you see the letters are given like these letters, all these letters refers, these are, and these are the name of the YAHYA Kemal coach actually. Here, y squared, it says, so this is going to be, since y is equal to 2, this is going to be equal to 2 square. And plus cube root of a, since it's equal to minus 8, it's going to be equal to cube root of 8, minus 8, of course. And minus square root of 4, since h is equal to 4, plus y was equal to 2, and a was equal to minus 8. But this time, minus a it is, so minus 8 it should be. You should be careful about that one. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to drink water because my throat is a bit for talking. Okay, 2 square is equal to 4. Square is equal to 4. Cube root of minus 8, it's going to be equal to minus 2. And this one is minus this sign here I am writing. Square root of 4 is again 2. Okay, but it's going to written, of course, minus 2 because there is minus in front of the square root. Plus 2. And then minus 8, it's going to be plus 8. It's obvious that 4 minus 2 minus 2, there is here 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So only we are going to get this one here. So 0 plus 10, which is equal to 10. It's going to be here. This is equal to 0. And this is equal to 10. So the answer is 10, and which is E. Here in this question, we have variables. This is second degree equation. And it is not asking to find the solution, only it's asking what is the, when you expand this form, when you expand this form, and when you expand this form, what is the result it's going to be? And here we have a perfect square of the a plus b square actually, where a and b is x plus 2. Here I have written the formulas before, so I'm going to use this formula, a plus b square. So if I write here x plus 2 square, it's going to be equal to x square plus 2 times x times 2 and plus 2 square, it's going to be, which is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4, it's going to be. So if I rewrite here equation to this side. I'm going to continue firstly. 3 times it's going to be, instead of x plus 2 square, I have to write this one, x squared plus 4x, x squared plus 4x plus 4. And I'm not going to open now this multiplication. 2 times x squared, 2 times x squared minus 6x plus, minus 6, it's going to be minus 6. And now I have to open this one here. Let me move this one a bit up. Then I have place to write, maybe here. Put, okay. Then here we have to, in the next step, we have to multiply these terms by these are, and we have to multiply each terms here. Here the same. It's going to be. So what is written in front of the parenthesis should be multiplied by all the terms here. So 3 times x squared, it's going to be firstly. Then 3 times 4x, which is equal to 12x. And 3 times 4, it's equal to 12. Sorry. 2 times x squared is equal to 2x squared. 2 times minus 6 is equal to minus 12. By the way, I'm multiplying with signs also, plus 2 times minus 6, and the answer is minus. So 2 times minus 6, again, it's going to be equal to minus 12. As you see here in the equation, 12x and minus 12x has different sign, and they are equal to each other. So the result is going to be 0. Here, this one and this one, they have different sign, and I can do like this. For these two. So they are going to simplify each other. So it's going to be here, this one, and let me use this one here, this one, and this one. They are going to simplify each other. And here, this one, and this one, they are going to simplify each other. So only we are going to get 3x squared and plus 2x squared. 3x squared only and 2x squared left, which is equal to here 5x squared. That's also C. It's going to be. Okay, the next question is polygon and parallel line question. For the polygons, the properties are written here, and for the parallel lines, they are written here. And here, this is regular pentagon. First, I need to tell that one. If the regular pentagon, you can easily find the angle here. Interior angle, one of interior angle, because all the interior angles, they are equal to each other. If I say this is A, this is also A, and this is A, it's going to be here. This is A also, and here whole is A again, it's going to be. And at the same time, since these are parallel, this angle and this angle here, let me show with different color, this angle and this angle, they are equal to each other. This is also 30 because they are called corresponding angle in English. So 1 and 6, they are equal to each other. 2 and 5, they are equal to each other. These are called corresponding angles in English. So this angle is also 30. So we are getting this equation here. X plus 30 is equal to A. And here the question is how to find the value of A. A is equal to what? Then you can find the X value easily. For the A, we have one formula here. One of interior angle, this is, since this is regular polygon, one of interior angle of the regular polygon, n minus 2 times 180 over n it's going to be. Which means A is equal to here. A is equal to n minus 2 times 180 over n, it should be. N is equal to, since n is equal to 5 here, because it is pentagon, then when you insert inside the formula, and when you substitute 5 minus 2 times 180 over 5, it's going to be, which is equal to 3 times 180 over 2, and over 5, I'm sorry, not 2, over 5, and 3 times 180, 540, it's going to be 580, 540 over 5, it's going to be equal to 108. So the length of, the measurement of A, it's going to be equal to 108. So x plus 30, I'm writing here, x plus 30 was equal to A, and which is equal to A, which is equal to 108 here. A is equal to 108 we found. So x plus 30 is equal to 108, and x is equal to 108 minus 30 it's going to be, which is x is equal to 78. Going to be. Okay, this is the part, the seventh question finished. So the answer, sorry, it's going to be 78. I think there is no problem. You can hear my voice, isn't it? Till this part. Okay, nice.
Yes.
Let's continue. Here we are going to solve fraction, but before solving the fraction, we need to get rid of this mixed term here. When you get rid of from this mixed term, it's easy to solve. I'm going to explain how. And you know, firstly, to get rid of the mixed number in the fractions, you are going to multiply c by a, then you are going to add 2b, and that's going to be your numerator. Then you are going to keep the denominator same, which means if it is 2 and 7 over 21, this is going to be 2 times 21, 2 times 21, then plus 7, it's written up, and all over. C is 21 again. It's going to be, which is equal to 42 plus 7 over 21, which is equal to 49 over 21. Now I'm rewriting the numbers here. 6 over 18 minus 10 over 15, and that's equal to plus 49 over 21 and minus 32 over 24. Now, ladies and gentlemen, normally to do operation between the fractions, the denominator should be same. So if it is not same, you cannot do an operation, and you should make the denominator same. Generally, we are using least common multiple method, but here I recognize one thing. All these numbers are possible to simplify with each other. 6 with 18, 10 with 15, we can simplify. So if I divide both of them by 6 here, I'm going to get this number here. 6 divided by 6, it's going to be equal to 1. And 18 divided by 6, it's going to be equal to 3. So 10 divided by 5 and 15 divided by 5, it will be. And when you divide by 5, both of them, it's going to be equal to minus 2 over 3. Okay, so this part is also fixed. 49 over 21, they are both divisible by 7. Divide by 7, numerator and denominator by 7. So it's going to be divided by 7. So it's going to be divided by 7. It's going to be equal to 7, and divided by 21 divided by 7, it's going to be 3. So you see the denominators, all the denominators, it's coming to same number. And same for 32, both divisible by 8. 32 over 24, both divisible by 8. So when I divide, this is going to be equal to minus 4 over 3. It's going to be. So now the denominators are same. You know this rule maybe, a over b plus c over b. If the denominators are same, you're going to keep the same denominator, and a plus c, it's going to be the numerator, it's going to be. So all these denominators, since they are same, only I'm going to do like this. This is going to be 3 here, then 1 minus 2 plus 7 minus 4, because all the denominators are same, and I'm going to keep the same denominator, which is equal to 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. 7 minus 4, it's going to be equal to 3 plus 3, it's going to be, and over 3 it should be. Minus 1 plus 3, it's going to be equal to 2 over 3, which is C also here. Okay. Here we are going to solve the question by using the fractions here again. And these are all written in 3 languages. I mean 4 languages, but all questions are asking the same thing. Only the name of the student or the name of the kid is different here. John, Blaže, Ardit, and Erkan, but they are ordering pizza and they are sharing this one with their sister. So here, let me explain. John ordered pizza, 1 pizza. He ate 3/8 of it. So if I draw like this here, one like the pizza, if it is like circular, and if we are dividing into 8 parts here, like we are going to divide into 8 parts. Here, this is the first part, second part. Here, now I divide to 6. And with this line, I'm going to divide to 18 parts here. And the question, it says he ate 3/8 of the pizza. So I'm going to like cancel this part here, this part. Like this part, it's going to be cancelled. Okay, he ate. This is the part that John ate. Okay, this is the first. And the rest of the part, it is called leftover, because here in the question it says that then his sister came home and she ate 2/5 of the leftover pizza. How many pieces left? 5 pieces left, and 2/5 of it is. So from 5 pieces, she's eating 2 of them, which means this part she's eating actually. And again, I want to tell here, this part, actually it is called this part leftover part. Leftover part. And from leftover, she's eating 2. So she's eating this 2 slice also. Then how much it left here? 3/8 part of it, because on the pizza, this piece left at the end, and this is the answer it's going to be. There is a mathematical solution for this one. If I do that one quickly, here it's going to be like this: 3/8 of the pizza, 3/8 of the pizza if he eats, then from whole pizza 1/8 or 1, if you subtract 5/8 left. And from 5/8, she's eating 2/5 of 5/8, which is 2/5 times 5/8 it should be. And here 10/40, 10/, yes, it's going to be 10/40, which is equal to, when you simplify, divide by 5, 2/8. So he ate 3/8, and she ate 2/8, and totally they ate 5/8 of it. Total eaten, this is. And this is John's part, and this is her sister. His sister. His sister, not her sister, his sister. Okay, and total eaten here written 5/8. So left is 1 minus 5/8. Left part it's going to be, which is equal to 8 times 1 minus 5. 8 minus 5/8, which is equal to 3/8. This is the mathematical way to find the same question. Okay, the next question is going to be multiplication with the 10 to the power of 10 to the power of minus 2 and 10 to the power of 2 here. If you remember, multiplying by powers of 10, positive powers of 10, you are adding the 0. And when you divide positive power of 10, you are adding decimal point. If you multiply by negative powers of 10, if you are multiplying negative powers of 10, you are adding decimal point. If you divide by negative powers of 10, you are adding 0. So which is important with the positive power of 10. So here, when you multiply with the negative power of 10, you have to add decimal point. And how much you are going to add decimal point? Actually, it is written here. 2 decimal places it should be. So multiplication of this result, it's going to be equal to 2.35. And plus, and you are dividing by a positive power. When you are dividing by positive power, you have to add again, which is equal to 1.45. And minus, here it's going to be minus 11 divided by 10 to the power of 2. This is going to be here 0.11. 0.11. So you should add 2 decimal places to this one. By the way, let me explain this one. Here, of course, also operation order is also important. So first we did the operation between times and division here, division. Then we are going to continue with addition and subtraction now. 2.45 and 2.35 and 1.45, that's going to make 3.80, I think. 3.80 it's going to be, yes, minus 0.11 it's going to be. And with respect to this one, the answer is going to be equal to 3.69. This is coincidence only. This year, many answers came up like C, but every year it doesn't mean that it's going to be always C. I mean, the C answers, they are going to be too much here. So the answer is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 3.69, which is C. Here, this is equation, and here in this equation, on both sides we have unknown. So this is equation with unknown both side case. And first, you should get rid of this parentheses to solve the equation, which means you have to multiply these numbers by the inner part inside the parenthesis, and then you can start your question. And I'm going to rewrite the question here again. 2 times x, it's going to be equal to 2x. 2 times minus 3, it's going to be equal to minus 6. 4 times x is going to be equal to 4x. 4 times 2, it's going to be equal to 8. And it should be 4x, of course. And this is 3x plus 8, 5, I'm sorry. And here, first, I'm going to add side by side them. I mean, on the left side, what there is, I'm going to add them. On the right side, what there is, we are going to add. But on the right side, it's not possible to add to 3x to 5, of course. 2x to 4x, if you add, it's going to be equal to 6x. Minus 6 plus 8, it's going to be equal to plus 2. So 6x plus 2, it's going to be equal to 3x plus 5, which is you have to send this 3x to the other side. When you send to the other side, it becomes negative, which is minus 3x, and 2 to the other side, this one to this side, and they become negative. Both of them, they become negative, which means 5 minus 2 also. And 6x minus 3x is equal to 3x, it's going to be 5 minus 2, it's going to be equal to 3, and x is equal to 3 over 3, it's going to be, which is x is equal to 1 again, and that's C. Okay. Let's continue with 12th question here. This is inequality question. Inequality questions, we are solving like equality questions. Only the difference, it is we have to collect the terms to one side. When we divide by negative number or positive number, pardon, when we divide by negative number, we have to change the sign. That's the difference only. X plus 2x is here less than 6 plus 3. When you send, you are going to make minus. When you send this one, you are going to make a minus, which is minus 2x when sent to other side. Minus 2x, it's going to be plus 2x. Minus 3, it's going to be plus here. And plus 3, it's going to be on this side. This is 3x less or equal to 9, it's going to be. And x is less or equal to 9 over 3, it's going to be. S or x is less or equal to 3, it's going to be here. And since we are dividing by plus 3, we are not going to transform, or we are not going to change the side of the sign, which means we are going to keep it same. X is less or equal to 3, it's going to be. That's also A. Here, this is the question about, actually, there are two inequalities here, but system of inequality also it is called. Normally, in maybe in your class while you're solving with teacher, you solve step by step, but not losing time. I'm using generally this method. Let's say you are using in the classroom. First, you're solving 45 2x plus 3, then you are getting the common solution, or 2x plus 3 is bigger than minus 3. So you are solving both of them and you're getting one inequality, common solution. But I'm going to do like this. Like there is only one equation here. Together, I'm going to do all the operations, like 2x plus 3 is greater than minus 3. If I send this one to the other side, of course, we are going to change the sign. So I'm like sending to both sides. I'm doing. So when I send, I'm going to put minus sign, which is 45 minus 3 is greater or equal to 2x, then greater than minus 3. Minus 3 it's going to be. And 45 minus 3 it's going to be equal to 42, is bigger or equal to 2x, bigger than minus 6 it's going to be. And here now the operation between x and 2, it is multiplication. So when you send to other side, we should divide, which means time division it's going to be here, divide by 2 and divide by 2, which is 42 over 2 is greater or equal to 2x. Actually, when you send to other side, it becomes x over, pardon, minus 6 over 2 it should be, which is 21 is greater or equal to x, greater than minus 3. As you see here, we finished the question solution. We found the x, but it is not asking the interval here. It is asking the which one of the highest integer value. Integers are counting numbers and negative of them, like 1, 2, 3, and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and 0 also. These are called integer values. So the greatest integer value here, it is 21. Since it is written here greater or equal to, the greatest value is 21, then 20, 19, 18, it continues like that till minus 3. And minus 3, since it is greater than, minus 3 is not included. The integer value ends here, minus 2. And which one is the greatest one? Is that's the 21. So with respect to this one, the answer is going to be 21. E. Here, this is called system of equation in English. So we are going to solve this system, and I'm going to use, maybe you have different method. You are using generally writing like parentheses, and we are solving linearly like this, but I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use elimination method. This method also it's easy to solve instead of substitution. Here, in this elimination method, if there are different signs like plus and minus, you are going to try to get the coefficient same to eliminate them. So if this is 2, you're going to try to make this side is 2 also by multiplying 2 times minus y, it's going to be minus 2y. But when you multiply by this expression, you have to multiply this one and this one also. I mean, 2x and 3 also. So I'm going to multiply the second row by 2 to get the minus 2y here. So the first one I'm going to keep 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. And when I multiply this one by 2, as I said, all of them, they are going to be multiplied by 2 times 2x is equal to 4x. 2 times minus y is equal to minus 2y. And here 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Actually, I told you my aim to get the same number with different signs. So this is 2y, this is minus 2y, and I got this one. Then it is called side-by-side addition here. I'm adding this side to this side, which is 5x plus 2y plus 4x minus 2y is equal to 3 plus 6 it's going to be. This is called side-by-side addition, and here main target was to get the same number with different sign. As you see, they are going to eliminate each other. That's why this is called elimination method. 5x plus 4x is equal to 9x now. 9x, And this side is going to be equal to 3 plus 6, which is equal to 9. X is equal to 9 over 9. X is going to be equal to 1. Here, it is not enough to find x only. You have to find y value. Since these are x is not equal to 1, already eliminated. So we are going to try to find the value. Y value, you are going to choose one of the equation here, and you are going to replace x by 5 here. Let's say I'm choosing the value like 5x plus 2y is equal to 3. And I'm replacing here x by 1, which means here 5 times 1 plus 2y. I don't know what is y, and I'm trying to find it. 5 plus 2y is equal to 3. And as I used always, when you send to other side, this is going to get negative sign. And minus 5, it's going to be 2y is equal to 3 minus 5, it's going to be 2y is equal to minus 2. Y is equal to minus 2 over 2. Y is equal to minus 1, which is x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1 case. Okay, now again we are going to use the system of equation, but this is word problem. First we are going to construct the equation, then we are going to use the word problem. Let me read first the question. Twice of a number added to 4 times of another number gives 22. The sum of these numbers are 8. Find those numbers. So let's say this is the first number and the second number, and the first number it's equal to 2. Let's say it's equal to a. We don't know the values, a, and the second number it's going to be equal to b. And it says that twice of a number, first number, added to 4 times to another one. So 2a plus 4b, it's equal to 22. And the sum of these numbers are 8, which means a plus b is equal to 8 also. So I got the same like the previous one. This is system of equation, and I'm going to eliminate the terms here. I'm going to choose the eliminate the, firstly, I'm going to choose the eliminate the b. So this should be minus 4b to eliminate with 4b. Since 4b there is here, this should be minus 4b, which means the second equation, we are going to multiply by minus 4. And it means that you're going to multiply all of them by minus 4, which is 2a plus 4b is equal to 22. You keep same. And the next one is minus 4a minus 4b is going to be equal to minus 4 times 8 is equal to minus 32. Now, as I explained from the beginning here, this time 2a and minus 4a, it's going to be minus 2a when you add them. 4b and minus 4b, you simplify. 22 minus 32, it's going to be equal to minus 10, which means a is equal to minus 10 over minus 2, a is equal to 5. So the first number, it should be 5. And as you see, when you check all these are, the first number is 5, only D1. So the answer is going to be D. And the second number, of course, it's going to be a plus b, since it's equal to 8. A plus b, since it's equal to 8. If a is equal to 5, b is going to be equal to 3. And you see that it's going to be equal to, as you see, it's going to be equal to 3 here also. So the answer is, we said that first, the answer is 5 and 3. Okay, here we have again text question, but the question main part of it, volume of the solid and volume of the solid, and also we are trying to find here the conversion between the liter to centimeter cube. As you see, the water inside the tank, we already have water. Let me read the question firstly. Leon has a fish tank as shown in the figure, and it is 12 centimeter, 35 centimeter, and 20 centimeter. Tank already has 1.2 liter water inside. How much more liters we need to make tank full? I didn't put here, but you remember for the volume of the solid, like here, prism it is called, or rectangular solid here. volume of the solid, it's going to be A times B times C, or length times width times height also. Length times width times height it will be, which is here this name like width, this name like length, and this name like height. So volume of the figure, firstly, if we calculate the volume, 12 times 35 times 20 it's going to be, which is L is equal to 35, I'm sorry, times, just times sign like this, times width is 12, times H is 20. So here it's going to be 35 times 12, 350 plus 70, 70, yes, which is equal to 420. 420 times 20, it's going to be 35 times 12, I found. 420 times 20, it's going to be equal to 8,400. This is centimeter cube. And as I said here, there's a conversion also in this question, because in the tank we have 1.2 liter. And first we should convert this one to liter, and to find the answer is also asked how much more liters we need. So we need to know this one here already. You learn these are 1 liter is equal to 1,000 centimeter cube, which is 8,400 centimeter cube is equal to 8,400 centimeter cube divided by 1,000. That's equal to 8.4 liter. So if it is 8.4 liter, ladies and gentlemen, 8.4 minus 1.2, because it is already added, 8.4 minus 1.2, so it's going to be equal to 7.2 liters we should add to the tank to fill the tank. Okay. Here again text question, but again we are going to construct a equation here. It seems like quadratic, but it is not quadratic. I'm going to explain why it is not. The side of a length of a square is x plus 3, and all the sides in this square, you know, it's equal to x plus 3, and the side of the length of the rectangle is x plus 1 times x plus 1 and x plus 2. The area of the square is 16 more than the area of the rectangle. Find the value of x, it says here. Let me draw firstly here one square and one rectangle here. Let's say this is one square and one rectangle I have to draw here. X plus 3, it says, so like it's going to be something like this, maybe something like this. It's going to be okay. Firstly here it says that the side of the square is like x plus 3. So all the sides are x plus 3. It has to be, you know, that one in the square. And here the second one is the sides are x plus 1 and x plus 2. The longer side, I'm going to say the shorter side is x plus 1. Obvious that the longer side is going to be equal to x plus 2. So it says that it's comparing the areas. Area of the square is going to be, area of the square is equal to, if the one side is a, it's going to be equal to a square here. And area of the rectangle, it's going to be equal to a times b, where is a and b here. So it says that area of square is 16 more than the area of the rectangle, which means area of square is equal to area of rectangle plus 16, it's going to be. And area of square is equal to a square, which means a x plus 3 square here. And it's equal to x plus 1 times x plus 2 here, plus 16. Firstly, you need to remember this is x plus 3 square, and a plus b square was equal to, I didn't write the formula, it's equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to, for x plus 3, it's going to be equal to x square plus 2 times x times 3 plus 3 squared, it's going to be, which is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 9. On the other side, you have to multiply, when you multiply, expand the parentheses here, you have to multiply of the first term by the terms of second term, all terms. You have to multiply x times x, x times 2, 1 times x, 1 times 2, it has to be. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 is written here, which is x plus 3 squared. X times x is equal to x squared plus x times 2, 2x. 1 times x is equal to x. 1 times 2 is equal to 2. It's going to be plus 16 I have here. So this is going to be x squared plus 6x plus 9, which is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 18. It has to be here. As you see, I'm going to collect the unknown terms to one side, which is x squared plus 6x minus x squared minus 3x, which is equal to 18 minus 9. Known terms, 9 and 18, they are called known terms, to one side. X squared and minus x squared, they simplify each other, so I can cancel them like this. And 6x minus 3x is equal to 3x. 3x is equal to 18 minus 9 is equal to, here it's going to be equal to 9, and x is equal to 9 over 3, which is equal to, x has to be 3, and the answer is again C, it's going to be. Okay, here we are going to continue this sequence. No, sorry, I'm sorry. What is the end term of the sequence? So we are going to find the general term of the sequence. Yes. Pardon? Do you have a question for me, or Galina?
No, sorry.
No. Okay. Now 6, 11, 16, and 21. Firstly, basically, we don't have a lot of time. That's why I'm going to solve quickly this question with this method. Let's say 6 to 11. What is the difference? Plus 5. So 11 to 16 plus 5, which means your sequence general term, it should start with 5n. Okay, 5n. So these are directly eliminated. Since this is 5 plus 5, it should be 5n. So if you construct with 5n plus 1, ladies and gentlemen, or if you construct with 5n, I'm going to show 5n, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, and n is equal to 3 cases. When n is equal to 1, it's equal to 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, it's 10. 5 times 3, it's equal to 15. As you see, this is not. 5 times 1 plus 1, which is 6, it's going to be. 5 times 2, 10 plus 1, it is 11. And 5 times 3, 15 plus 1, which is equal to 16. As you see, these are the terms of the sequence. So the general formula, it should be 5n plus 1. So 5n plus 1, and you have to answer C again. Okay, this is question for the probability. For the probability of the event, if you remember, wanted outcome, wanted all over, all we will written like this for the probability of the event. This is, we are writing like this. So what is the wanted here in the question? 2 fair dice are rolled and their numbers added. So this table shows when 2 fair dice rolled and added. Let's say this is 1 plus 1, which is 2, 1 plus 2, which is 3, 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. So this table refers to sum of the 2 dice when they are rolled, and the sum is added here. And here we are going to add them. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. It's going to be, and which is also divisible by 4. In the question, it is asking divisible by 4. Which numbers are divisible by 4 here? 4 is divisible by 4. 4 is divisible by 4. 8 is divisible by 4 also. And here, these are 12 is divisible by 4. So when you roll 2 dice, there are totally 36 possible cases. Here, when you count these, there are 36 possible cases. And how many of them you are looking for? You are looking for numbers divisible by 4 from here. And 4, 8, and 12 divisible by 4, and totally 8 times it's coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 9 times it's coming. So 9 over 36 is the answer, which is when you divide both of them by 9, like here 9, it's going to be equal to 1 over 4. The answer is B. Okay, the next one here, we are going to solve we are going to find the equation of the line, and we are going to use the help of intercept form of equation of line, because when line is passing through the intercepts, these are called intercept, and the formula of the line, it becomes x over a plus y over b. This is a, which is on the x-axis. This is b, which is on the y-axis. So here the y value, b value is 3, and the x value is -3. So our equation, it should be equal to x over -3 plus y over 3 is equal to 1. Here is the formula. So denominators, they are not same, but you can make it same, like -1 here, you will multiply. So x over -3 plus y over -3 is equal to -3, but when you multiply, this is going to be also minus. So x minus y, it should be, by the way, minus, it has to be, and minus y, or plus minus y, it has to be divided by -3, it's equal to 1. So the first one is x plus minus y is equal to x minus y divided by -3 is equal to 1. So you will send to other side, x minus y is equal to 1 times -3 is the answer. X minus y is equal to -3, it's going to be. Okay, we haven't finished the questions. We came till 20. I'm going to talk with Mr. Erkan. Probably he's texting me. Can we start? He's asking probably to me, and I'm going to continue to solve. And Mr. Erkan, he will start after me. Immediately after me, he will start, and I'm going to. He's going to join to us probably, and when he joins to us, we will continue. And here, with Mr. Erkan, you will continue to solve the questions about the IQ. I think it's going to take 1 hour, but I couldn't finish. Here, we are going to look for the 20% of the 60. Pardon, which numbers 20% is 60, which means the number is x. The 20% of it is 60. So 20% of x, if it is equal to 60, it means that x times 20%, it should be equal to 60, which is x times 20 over 100 is equal to 60, it should be. And when you simplify, these are x times 1 over 5 is equal to 60, x over 5 is equal to 60, and x, it has to be 300. Here you are going to multiply, which is here, this is going to be. Okay, and the next one here, it's 22 and 23. I'm going to try to continue quickly. Here, 250 pieces of chocolate will be divided by 2, 3, and 50 ratio. What is the percentage of the largest share? Here, firstly, this is the largest share, 5. So if you write in fraction, first you should add them, 2 plus 3 plus 5, which is equal to 10. Here, I'm going to text to Mr. Erkan. Sorry for the 1 second only. I'm going to. He's asking me to inform him about that, the lesson. So 2 plus 3 plus 5, it's going to be equal to 10. So this is the general denominator it's going to be. So 2 over 10, 3 over 10, 3 over 10, and 5 over 10. These are the shares in fraction form. And 5 over 10, I told you this is the greatest share, which is equal to 0.5 also. And that refers also 50%. You know this one. Here, the question, it is about a point on the line. A point on the line means when the point is on the line, like here, 1, 4, it should satisfy the equation, which means when you replace by the 1 and 4 here, instead of x and y, it should give you this number. Let's replace here. 1 minus 4, let's say 1, instead of x I'm writing 1, and here minus 4. Is it equal to 1? No, this is not correct. Or 1 plus 2 times 4, is it equal to 5? No, this is not. 2 times 1, 2, minus 2 times 4 is equal to minus 8. 2 minus 8, is it equal to 4? No, this is not. 2 times 1 is equal to 2, plus 4 is equal to 6. So this is correct. So this is the case when the point is on the line, you have to put instead of x and y, because this is x value and this is y value. If the result is correct, that's the answer it should be. Here, this is the kind of function, and in the function machine here, x and 7 you have, they are related, 3 and y. 4 goes to 16, 6 goes to 17, 10 goes to 25. So which means when you give x value, it gives you one y value here. And here x plus 7, x is given and it gives you 7, 3 is given, one y value is given to you. Actually, since it is function and it has to be linear, because we are teaching only linear, ax plus b, it should be. Why? This x value, these are the x values, and those are y values it has to be. Which means when you replace x by 4, 8 times 4 plus b, it should be equal to 13. And when x replaced by 6, the result should be 17, which is equal to 8 times 6 plus b. So I'm going to get equation here again, which is equal to 13 is equal to 4a plus b, and 17 is equal to 6a plus b. Here I'm going to, this is system of equation, and I'm using multiplication method, elimination method here, times minus 1. It's going to be, which is equal to minus 13, minus 4a, minus b, 17, 6a, and plus b. When we add them, minus 13 plus 17, this is going to be 3, minus 6a, this is going to be 4, 4, and minus 4a plus 6a, it's going to be equal to 2a, and minus b plus b, it's going to be equal to 0. So a is equal to 2, it's going to be, if I choose a is equal to 2, 6 times 2, 17 is equal to 6 times 2 plus b, it's going to be 12 minus 12 is equal to, 17 minus 12. 17 minus 12 is equal to b, so b is equal to 3, it's going to be 5. So I found the linear equation, y is equal to 2x plus 5 here. So our formula is 2x plus 5. So when you put instead of x, if it gives 7, here you are finding like this, 7 is equal to 2x plus 5. X is equal to, as you see, that satisfies 1. X is equal to 1. And if in the second one, y is equal to 2 times 3 plus 5, when x is equal to 3, what is the y value? Y is becoming 11. So the question is not asking x and y, it's asking y minus x, which is 11 minus 1. That's going to be 10. Okay.
Okay, this is the last question, and we are going to continue with the surface area, and we are going to try to find the surface area of the given shape. Here, firstly, we should know how to open this shape, and we can open like this. We can, here, I will use the maybe straight lines for this one. Here, the upper part, like here, it's going to be this one, and we are going to get the symmetric of this one. Here, these are the cross sections. Actually, it's going to be here, and to opposite sides I will do one more like this, but here this one. Then if I continue to the right side, like this is the bottom side. Now let's say this is the here, this is the bottom side. Okay, and I want to continue to this side. Let's say this is like opening here. When you open, it's going to be like this to this side. So here, if I continue, this is 8. First, it's going to be. Then, if this is 8, then I'm talking about this length. This is 8. Then this is going to come, and it's going to be 6. Then 6. Okay, then 8 again. 8 again. Again, I'm counting from the beginning. This is 8. Then this one is coming here. This is 6. Then this is going up. It's going to be 8. And this side it's coming. It is 8 again. So, pardon, 6 again. So it's going to be like 8, 8, 6, 8, 6 again. If I continue to that side here, to this side, it's going to be 8 again. And I told from the beginning, this is going to be 8, this is going to be 6, this is going to be 8, and this is going to be 6. For finding the surface area, you know, we have to open this one. So okay, I complete till this part, and I'm going to go down and to the other side. Let's do like this. Again, I'm going to do, but it's going to be on the other surface, but you will understand from the figure which side I'm talking about. Here, of course, this should go down from here, and I'm talking about this length now. That's again 8, and I'm talking about this length now. Yeah, I think it should be a bit to this side. Then this side it should be here. Okay, so one more 6 unit. Firstly down 8, and one more 6 unit. Then when we come to down, we are going to finish again 6 unit, pardon, 8 unit. It should be like this: 8, 6, and 8 again. With respect to this one, this side it should be equal to like this, and here, if I complete like this, it should be, and the same figure on this side, it should be here, this one here, this one. I try to open the figure. Now for this side, I can write the lengths also again. This should be 8, this is 6, this is 8, and this is 6. So if I close this part, this is 48. And if I get this side, this is here, the bottom part, it is 18 unit. So it's going to be equal to 18 times 8. I'm going to use calculator to do the operations quickly. 18 times 8, it's going to be equal to 144, because I lost too much time for solving these questions and explanations at the beginning. So this is going to be 144. So this part is also 48, and this is 144, because they are identical, they are opposite to each other. And here, this part now there is. Here from this part we have 18 unit. Let me change the color. This part is the length of it 18 here. If it starts from here to this part, it's going to be like 6 plus 8, which is 14. 6 plus 8, 14, 14, 14, and 14. That's going to make 32. 32 plus, pardon, 42. 14 plus, yes, 14 plus 14 plus 14. That makes 42 plus 8, 50. And this with 15, it's going, pardon, with 18, it's going to be 68. So this length totally 68. 68 centimeters it's going to be, and we know the width of the figure, it is 8. So this part, only I'm talking about this part here, it's going to be 68 times 8 it's going to be, which is equal to, by using the calculator we can do this one again. 68 times 8 it's going to be, which is equal to 554. So this part is 544, I'm sorry, 544. So 144 plus 144 plus 48 plus 48 plus 554 it's going to be. So let me add here 544 plus 144 plus 144 plus 48 plus 48 it's going to be. Of course, you are not allowed to use the calculator, and total is 928 in the exam, but this recording took too much time. That's why I'm going to finish here, and the first lesson, the first exam finished here. See you.